cut and twist.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
And I'm Oboh.
Join us 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Right here.
On Hard Facts.
Shakumaku, everyone, and gradually, cities getting back to normal as all the guys who headed out of town for the holidays heading back home, but not exactly as it is when the grind happens in Lagos and the traffic is bumper to bumper on the mainland and on the island. I am Aghogho, Oboh. Sandra Ezekwesili is unavoidably absent today. She's a little bit under the weather, but she'll be fine. So tell me, how's the weekend been like? How is the week going to be like? I see a lot of you talking about the weather. Harmattan everywhere in Lagos. Hasn't been like this in a number of years. Maybe it's the effects of El Nino. Maybe it's a climate emergency leading us down this route. But anyhow it is, I know a lot of you loving the weather, going by the comments I see on social media. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. Also, go check our website. We've got interesting stuff for you to follow up on the news. I can't just get my eyes away from the Nigeria Info website with the great pieces, articles, in case you don't want to miss your favorite radio station anywhere you are. Get yourself on our website. All right, you know how we started off first with the big three. I'm going to tell you what is going on with the electricity tariff, which is supposed to begin in April, the 1st of April. A lot of comments coming in on this one. This is just a slight increase. That I'd like to find out what you think about that. The northern governors have urged for caution from the government over its planned withdrawal of troops from areas. The government says that it no longer needs the military in there. Number of comments coming in from there, from a lot of you who, divided the polity and what some people think is necessary, others say, not just yet. There's also, finally, we look at border closure. Is the president's special assistant on Niger Delta Affairs, Itainang, who says that border closure has boosted Nigeria's agricultural sector. You agree with him, or you think it's just exaggerating the fact and you're paying more now for food items in the market than you ordinarily will, or you think maybe there's some truth in this? When we get to that, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. And then on Checkpoint, every Monday we look at checkpoints. This is the first checkpoint for the year, right? So, a first checkpoint for the year. I just thought Chukudi and I thought it would be great for us to hear what you think will be the security agenda for 2020. So we'll continue from our conversations which began last year, ending, interestingly, which was a review of the security situation in the communities you reside in, to set the agenda for this year on what you think are the most important things that the police and its associated security agencies or operatives should be looking at. On the Big Hat Fact, we're going to start our first discussion on the economy, first with the national economy's outlook for 2020 this year. What are the key things you need to know? We'll look at inflation, GDP, interest rate, Nigeria's economic data, economic growth, all of these issues we're going to look at. And tomorrow we will come to Lagos State. There's going to be a briefing with the Commissioner for Finance for Lagos State tomorrow. The budget breakdown, Lagos State just passed over 1 trillion naira budget, 1.8 trillion naira budget, and we'll be great to hear what the Lagos State government has to say about that breakdown, and then we will hook up with the Commissioner for Finance tomorrow to shed some more light on the key areas, which includes infrastructure, healthcare, as well as education, following the speech by the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, during the signing of the budget last week. So that's what we have in a nutshell. And then bringing us full circle will be Conversations with Rufai. That's after the news at 6. So otherwise, I think we're set to roll. You can fasten the seatbelts. And let me take you on a journey. First, with the big three.
The Big Three
The Big Three on Hard Facts.
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, welcome back. It's 23 minutes past 3 in the city of Lagos. It's still a great habit. I know a number of people in the public transport system, or people meet across the road who still ask you, "Hey, bros, what's the time?" So it's a favorite thing of mine to keep reminding the time on radio for those who don't have yet a habit of wearing a watch or looking at their phones for the time. It's 23 minutes past 3 in Lagos, and it's a great afternoon out there. But is it such a great afternoon for people who are upset with a planned increase in electricity tariff beginning on April Fool's Day? And it's no April Fool. 1st of April, Electricity Regulation Commission says that tariffs being paid by consumers will increase. They call this a minor review of the multi-year tariff order, which was in place in 2015. And a minimum remittance order for the year 2020. So they've got all this laid out in documents signed. Now, in a statement put out by the Regulatory Commission, it says that the order was issued to reflect the impact of changes in the minor review variables in the determination of cost-reflective tariffs and relevant tariff and market shortfalls for 2019 and 2020. The Commission has also determined the minimum remittances payable by the discos in meeting their market obligations based on the allowable tariffs. Let me run down the statement here where it says that the federal government has committed to funding the revenue gap arising from the difference between cost-reflective tariffs determined by the Commission and actual end-user tariffs payable by customers. According to NEC, all discos are obligated to settle their market invoices in full as adjusted and netted off by applicable tariff shortfall. And this applies for all the 11 discos which have been mentioned. So there have also been reactions to this from the political side of view. The most vociferous of those comments coming from the People's Democratic Party. Its publicity secretary, Kola Ologbodinyo, stating in very strong terms that this is not the time to increase the tariff. He goes on to say that the timing is wrong, and this is what you call a New Year message, or a toxic New Year gift rather, from the government. And I've also got comments here from the Association of Nigerian Electricity Distributors, which is an umbrella body of the discos, and they're the ones who say it's a slight increment, saying that the tariffs shall remain the same as they presently are until the 1st of April 2020, when there will be a slight increment to cater for tariff shortfalls. And then they go on to state unequivocally that this tariff will only happen from the 1st of April and on and on and on. And so the reactions have continued. I'm going to go on a quick break. When I come back, I want to hear what you think about this story. I want to hear what you have to say with a planned increase in electricity tariff. This, according to the Regulatory Commission, will run all the way till 2021 when they are done with the full cost reflectivity by the end of 2021. You're satisfied with the electricity situation in your neighborhood? We never can say. Some of you have experienced better fate than others, but others continue to groan in the pain of no electricity. So I'll give you the numbers right after the break. But please keep listening on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It is Hard Facts.
This is the Big Three
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. It's 3:30, and we're going first to the line so I can get your reactions to this planned increase of electricity tariffs by the 1st of April. So you can begin your countdown. And those of you who are going to protest, you can begin to write on your placard what you expect to tell them, Regulatory Commission, and why you think there should not be an increase, even though there are documents which have been signed by the discos and their obligations that have to be met according to the multi-year tariff order, which the Regulatory Commission has mandated the discos now to go ahead and increase. Numbers to call in case you're just calling in for the first time: 01277 0993, 01277 1993, 01277 2993, and then 01277 3993. Call me on any of these numbers and we can have a conversation. On WhatsApp, I'll get you the numbers soon, but let's go to the phone lines first. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Well, remember, you turn off the device you're listening with. Step far away from it so we don't get the call back once you're connected. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Great. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Changada. Anyanwu, calling from Lekki.
All right. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God
please,
for the
yeah.
tariff increase.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. See. There's no light compared to the one that we're paying already. We don't see light.
Do you consider what you're paying already too expensive?
Yes.
Give us an idea. How much do you pay in a month?
We pay almost 17,000 naira a month.
17,000 naira.
Yes.
And you stay in Lekki?
No, it's there to relay.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. Estimated bill.
So you don't even have the prepaid meter?
No. Nobody has. I have prepaid meter at that street.
And you pay 17,000?
Yes.
Wow.
So we don't see light. Okay.
So thank God, on the average, how many hours a day do you have electricity?
You see, as I speak with you now, for the past 1 month to now, for the past two weeks now, we don't have light. For the past 2 weeks now, we don't have light. They say our light is spoiled. And at the end of the day now, before the end of this week now, they will bring another bill. Every 7th of every month, they will bring bill. Whether they give us light or they don't give us light, we will pay. So I'm telling you, we are in trouble. In this hand of this court, we're in trouble in their hand. I have to tell you the truth.
All right, thank you very much. Thank God. Let's speak to someone else. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Maku Shi.
Good afternoon. I've already said my from Aghogho.
All right, Evans. Great to have you join us. Please.
All right, very quick.
Good.
On the electricity tariff, I'm going to take two sides. First, generally, before we even talk about electricity, the breakdown on social contracts where there's no trust in government. Do you understand? So when they see something, you are second-guessing them. They'll start asking chicken and egg. Which one should come first? Give us light first before you pay, or pay first before you give us light. Do you understand? These are valid arguments. So the issue is not just NEPA, it's other sectors of government. There's a lack of trust, and that's what they should work on. Then also, another thing is that there's no science to determine of money. Do you understand? Just like this car hailing services, there's a science to the fee. Do you understand?
Right.
But like the last time I just said, just someone that is not even giving light, you just come and drop bill. No rational person will clap for you and say, well done. No.
Right.
Do you understand? So there's no science to the estimation. But if there's a science to it, and you can say, okay, someone can predict their cost and say, okay, I use this, I'm expecting this bill. But when there's a disproportionate amount for the light supply than the cost, there's a problem. But let me now play devil advocate.
In Aghogho, where you are, in Aghogho,
yeah.
How much do you pay in a month?
I pay, for me personally, my flat, I pay less than 10,000 naira.
You pay less than 10,000 naira. You have a better faith than thank God, really.
Yes.
So, and on the average, how much electricity do you have on the average?
I'd pay between 8 to 12 hours a day. All right, but so finally, let me play as devil's advocate. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening.
Playing devil's advocate, understand that one of the things that is sampling power supply, apart from the political factors, is that investors are not going to invest where the price is controlled. Do you understand? So once you are capping prices, and I will not put my money there, but once my prices cannot be determined by market forces of demand and supply, don't expect me to put market. So once we are thinking of the investors part and the stakeholders, because it's very capital intensive. Do you understand? Right. Just like refiners and all that. But at the same time, first 2 points I read are valid reasons of Nigerians. Number one, there's a lack of trust. Number two, payment system is not standardized. That's what people always criticize. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Evans. And then I'm going to take one more call. And then, but first, let me give you the WhatsApp number so that if you're not fortunate enough to call in, I can also read your messages on WhatsApp. Number on WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. Again, 0809 597 5805. Let's take one more call and then we can go to the story. Hello. All right, there's one recidivist, refutivist. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. And you? What's your name?
Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you
and Nigeria Info.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the name you're calling from?
My name is Joseph, Engineer Joseph. I'm calling from Oboh.
All right, Engineer Joseph. Tell me, electricity now, your boy is perfect, and you.
Okay. I had issue with Ikeja DC last year. Because I was getting bills and I wasn't getting the value for the bills I was getting. So I wrote to them that I don't want the light again, that they need to stop every billing to my residents. I fought it for like 3 months, and as of today, my billing to my residents has been discontinued, and I told them we have to reconcile my account. Those period that I wasn't getting light, and you are billing me, we need to reconcile. So that's what we are doing now. We need to reconcile. Now, as it is right now, I'm not connected to their pole. So my wire have been dropped.
So you're now a caveman.
I'm free. I'm free until the whole thing is resolved. Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
So what I plan doing now is to reconcile the account and get a prepaid meter, because for years I've been duped by NEPA, and now EKDC has started from where the NEPA stopped. So I want them to reconcile my account, and I'll get a prepaid meter, and from there I'll go further from there. So at least now, last December, November, from October, November, I didn't have light. I was just on my own accord. So I'm waiting until they reconcile my account, because that's what I wanted from them. Because I can't be paying what I didn't say, what I didn't use. I wish I was able to further with them, and I was able to get it done. So that's my stand. God bless you.
All right, Engineer Joseph. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to the second story so we can have some more time to take in as many calls as possible. Now, second story, Northern governors caution federal government on troop withdrawals. And this is the governors forum over the weekend, asking the federal government to exercise great caution in its plan to withdraw troops from, in quote, volatile areas. The federal government last Monday, after a meeting of the Security Council, said that beginning from this month, that is the first quarter, it would gradually withdraw military operations in some volatile areas. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ezekwesili, has been on the news. I'm sure you've seen him briefing journalists after that meeting, where he clarified that the withdrawal of troops will be done after an assessment to determine areas where peace had returned in order to enable civil authorities to assume full control of security. So an update is still going on. That assessment is still in its early stages. But the chairman of the Governors Forum, Northern Governors Forum, is also the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, said that, I think, I'm quoting Lalong's Director of Press and Public Affairs, Dr. Makut Simon Macham. He says, I think we should do that, the military withdrawal, in a gradual process and with great caution for volatile areas, especially now that we are beginning to build confidence and encourage the return of internally displaced persons to their original homes. Lalong's Plateau State has witnessed almost 2 decades of ethno-religious crisis, and it's currently under the security control of Operation Safe Haven. So, that's just Plateau State. And the Niger Delta too. Rivers, Bayelsa also got presence of military troops. Some states in the southeast also have presence of military forces there, together with the northeast. So, tell me what you think. Are you in support of the Governors Forum saying that this withdrawal should happen gradually, or more importantly, the conversation of military operatives in civilian spaces? What are your thoughts on that? Military has been in some places in the northeast running for over a decade now, after the insurgency began in 2009. I don't know why people call that insurgency. While the terrorism began in 2009, in the Niger Delta a lot longer. I remember one of the conditions given by Pandev, which was the group which came together to find lasting peace in Niger Delta, was that military troops be withdrawn from the Niger Delta. That hasn't happened yet. So tell me, do you support military presence in so-called volatile areas to continue indefinitely, or you think a gradual reduction of troops in so-called volatile areas is the way to go in your thinking? Feel free to call us and tell us what you think about this one, because it's a big debate offline, online, on the role of the military in the civilian space, especially with Nigeria. So let me hear what you have to say. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. All right, please. Oh.
Hello.
All right, hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Shaku Maku.
Hey, Makushi.
Yalla.
Only one person does this, I know.
I was not around. I traveled to my mother's place, South Africa. I came back.
Interesting.
Yes.
How is South Africa?
Cool.
Good.
You see what is happening, eh?
Right.
If the federal government there withdraw the troops from all these areas, the war against Boko Haram has not been won. And if you dare do that, the Boko Haram will gain more grounds, and then it will be effort in futility. So the only option is just to leave the troops there and continue until they all flushed out.
Yeah, but tell me something, because I'm just going back, looking at how this whole thing began, and like they say in the local palace, like play, you have had military presence in the northeast almost 10 years now.
I know.
In the Niger Delta. So people are asking, aren't we getting too comfortable with this is being normal?
Northeast, in the northeast and northwest, the war.
Even the Niger Delta,
the same thing applicable to Niger Delta. They have to withdraw the troops from the Niger because they don't have any business there. There's nothing happening there. When one wants to say that something is happening, it's from the northeast and northwest, where Boko Haram is just fighting strongly and then coming from nowhere. So if they are there to withdraw the troops from that place, it will be a horrible thing. In fact, it will be another war. That's it. Not my man. Shaku Maku. Yalla, 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 yalla.
Thank you very much. Before he ends the show and it begins. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, can you...
Yes, I can hear you. This is John Joseph calling you from Dangote Refinery.
All right, John Joseph from Dangote Refinery. Do you ever get out of Dangote Refinery?
At all. I reside inside. Working 24 hours.
I guess when the first batch of petroleum comes out, we'll know from you straight away.
Yes. Very soon.
All right.
So we'll begin operation.
All right.
For me, for the military to withdraw their men doesn't mean that they are withdrawing their men from Borno or whichever or Northeast. What it means is that they are advancing forward. And those areas earlier captured by Boko Haram will now be handed over to the civil authorities like the police and civil defense. You understand me?
Let me even ask you, John Joseph. I guess you get the opportunity to travel across the country now and again. And if you were asked the question, what you thought or considered to be volatile areas, it's very fluid. One time it was the Niger Delta, then moved over to the northeast. Then it was the southeast. At some point, you even ran all the way to the north central. So there's some confusion now on whether. Oh, so sorry about that. I wish you get the opportunity to call back. But let me do this very quickly. I'm going to go to the third story. Before I get to the third story, I'm going to take some messages on WhatsApp, and then I can give you all the opportunity to say what you have to say. I'd love to hear what you say. So on WhatsApp, it's brimming with messages. This is from Biodun in Ikorodu. He says, the Keja Electricity brings 2 bills to my 1-story building. When asked, they claim it's a policy for houses with more than 3 flats, even when they have a readable analog meter where all the flats run into. Our marketer told me one is determined by them, while the second is determined by the community on the transformer. So a reading machine is attached to the transformer and the units shared monthly, apart from the one read in various houses by the marketer officials. So, long and short of the story is that in November, his bill was 13,000 naira. Oboh from Egbeda, Makushi, to you. This is the only country that enjoys making her citizens suffer. I weep for this country, nothing at all to enjoy. Well, there's some things to enjoy, I have to admit. And, come see, come sa. Shaku Maku Makushi. Olaide Cruz. This issue of electricity tariff, I am not sure the government actually understands that even the money Nigerians are paying is a scam to the cost consumers because they don't have light, but they pay. Did anyone or Buhari himself know? Can people pay additional bill on what they don't use? Is this government playing a mind game with the citizens or what? Damilare Falano from Lekki says, I don't think there is any need for increment in the tariff now because the discos themselves have not fulfilled their own obligations in the contractual agreement between them and the federal government. They are meant to disburse prepaid meters to all the nooks and crannies of this country. You're correct. Have they done that? Obviously, no. Let them do their part first. Very true, you say there. George from Ejigbo says that it is only in this country that the government will wake up from their slumber, make an increase without justifying their actions. It cannot happen in other countries because Nigerians are docile one day, monkey go market, it no go come back. I will take, I think that's the last one here on WhatsApp. Don't forget WhatsApp 0809-597-5805. Finally, on the big three, the last story I'm taking in so that you can, talk to us is a story around the border closure. This story has been generating headlines ever since the country's borders were shut to the movement of goods. And here, the senior special assistant to the president on Niger Delta affairs, Ita Enang, says that the temporary closure of the nation's land borders has added value to the growth of agricultural production, insisting it has positively impacted the economy. This is going to be a big discussion I'm going to have on the big hard fact when we talk about the economic outlook for 2020. So I look forward to hearing from you what you have to say then. So let me get back to Enang's statement. Enang says that the federal government's measures are aimed at creating food security and restoring peace, especially, again, volatile areas. Many people who've been out of jobs are now taking to rice, cassava, millet farming. So the closure has positively increased the revenue generation of the country. But then Enang has also urged state governors, particularly those in the South-South, to support the measures and take advantage of the border closure by investing more in agricultural development. Interestingly, there's this one area of the country, the South-South, that agricultural work has suffered, no thanks to the environmental problems being faced in the South-South. Very few people have the opportunity anymore to farm. Take Ogoni land, for example, where the fishing population is completely gone. Ecology has been compromised because of all spills over the years. Not just Ogoni land, several oil areas. But, well, what can I say about that? You have the floor now. Don't forget, on WhatsApp, the number on WhatsApp, 0809 597 5805. Oh, I do miss Sandra. She reel out this WhatsApp number, 0809 597 0809 597 5805. Again on WhatsApp, 0809 597 5805. That's on WhatsApp. Numbers to call 01277 0993, 01277 1993, 01277 2993, and 01277 3993. We've got 9-10 minutes more to go. Let's make it happen. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So we've got 3 stories for you to look at. Which of them you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the daily quick, and I will manage my time.
Say it again. You want to talk about the
old theory issue.
Oh, please, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Olumuyiwa, calling from Aja.
All right, Olumuyiwa, please go ahead quickly.
On the electricity, when they increase our ashes very well, we will all demand for prepaid meter. But for now, we will not, because the hardship is not increased. When it increases, we will all demand that no prepaid meter, no payment. On the military, I support that they should withdraw them. When they, we are fighting the war we didn't see, and we are waiting our soldiers. God forbid if another neighboring country rise against us, do you have any soldiers to face them? So they should withdraw them. The state will manage their crisis. Then the last one on the border, they should continue to deceive us. Before they close the border, if I buy okra of 15 naira, me and my family will eat for 3 times. Now that they have closed the border, okra 100 naira, we can't even eat one. It is few people that are making money. When before they close the border, a bag of rice abroad maybe 17,000. But now they close the border, we are now buying abroad rice 27,000, 30,000. But Nigeria rice 24,000. So who is making money? And in conclusion, what made them close the border now? If they didn't solve it, if they close the border for 50 years, the day they open that border, we will return back to what made them close the border. Good evening.
All right. Thank you very much, Olumiwa. Who's next in line? Hello. All right. Happy New Year too. Hello.
Shaku.
Makushi.
Shakuma.
All right. You have to get quickly to your comments. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name remains Godwin.
All right, Godwin.
Yes. Godwin from Lakwe.
Okay.
Uh,
You have the floor.
yes, thank you. Happy New Year once
Happy
again.
New Year.
And our First Lady, Happy New Year to her, and let her get recovered in the soonest time.
She will. She will.
Thank you. My area of concern is on NEPA, what you call them.
Yeah, the discos.
The disco, the EKDC, and whatever. I want to tell you authoritatively, based on our experience from Losoro, Lagata Phase 2, behind Lakwe, that all we know them now, they are all scammers and 419. Do you know that they contributed money to buy a transformer? And having bought that transformer, they said it's going to take 3 months before we start paying. But my brother, what happened? Immediately the installation, these people came and only to discover they were 419.
Wow.
Now, this transformer had been got bad for almost 3 months now. We were left without light. We have been left without light. The same thing happened this period last year. We spent our Christmas without light and about 7 months. But do you know the most annoying thing these wicked people did? All this time of darkness, we were made to be paying. They will bring bill.
How much bill were you paying then? Even with all with the no electricity.
As I'm talking to you, I have an accumulated amount of money which I push for darkness for 330 something thousand naira.
Wow.
For darkness,
so but every month, how much on the average do you get?
Sometimes they will bring 70,000 naira for just 2 bedrooms.
Wow.
And you'll be surprised. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you don't have light.
Wow.
And even some days within that week that you see light, you don't see light up to 5 hours.
Wow.
But even when you complain, these people, they do as if they come from heaven and they are not seeing what is going on.
Thank you very much.
The last one.
I will have to let you go now because we've got so many people who want to also talk. But thank you very much for your comments on the electricity situation. Let me get on WhatsApp so the WhatsApp guys won't feel alienated. Now, I thought the government was going to review the disco's performance. Next thing is tariff increment approved by the government for the same disco. Now, wow, this is from Austin. Shakumaku, no prepaid meter, no way. Now increment, no wahala. One thing will end all of this mess one day, Sha. Well done, guys. Thumbs up, Nigeria Info crew. This is Adegbenro Oladele from Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State. The policy on the land border closure is a welcome development. At least we can now deepen Nigerian-made rice and chicken. Buhari, you have our support. George from Ejigbo. Good afternoon, sir. This is Afam from Alimosho. The border closure has its pains and gains. Let us, for one, support the government in their policies. Uriyomi from Sulere says, I think prepaid meters should be given to each house. NEPA giving us crazy bills. We rarely have light during any festive periods at Itire, Ijesha. My yard, we're just 5. NEPA is billing us 17,000 naira every month. Border closures should be on the nation's advantage, but local producers are taking advantage of the situation to make prices of agric produce on the high side. That's something I'm going to bring up with Alesta and Tunji Andrews, the 5 o'clock hour. I want you to listen for that interview as we have discussions on the economic outlook for 2020. When the prices go up, what is expected of Nigerians than to clamor for the border opening? How much purchasing power does one have? It's 30,000 naira. Biodun from Ikorodu. Thank you for your comments. Just for laugh, Olaide Cruz says, we should remember that a company like Disco should be in entertainment industry. Not anywhere close to electricity supply in Nigeria. So if a farmer is doing doctor's job, This is what will end it. Well, just for laughs. I'll take one. I think I can take one more call. Let's take one more call on the big three. Who is the fortunate one? Hello.
Peter Omanse is the fortunate one.
Hello, Peter Omanse.
Yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm brilliant. How are you?
Well, thank God, sir. Sir, do you know the enemy of Nigerians?
Who is the enemy of Nigerians?
Well, there are many. You know, the other day, Buhari was trying to look for the enemy of Nigerians. Then Bakari went to Sasso Rock and also were trying to look for the enemy of Nigerians. I think this morning on a platform, I had to remind them that if you remove these schools as the enemies of Nigerians, then you have not gotten the real enemies of Nigerians. How can you over the years now, keep giving people estimated bill? You don't give them, like in my studio, I will buy fuel in the studio and buy fuel at home. I came this morning, up to now that I'm talking to you for the past 3 hours, no light. And they will not give it until in the evening. So you don't have light to do anything, and they will bring bill. These are the true enemies of Nigerians, because if you give Nigerians light, they will make their life, they will be what they used to be. So I was thinking that Buhari coming, the first thing on the table for him will be to stop the estimated benefit, because it is criminal, it's ungodly, and it is demonic. Unfortunately, somebody came up the other time and brandished a bill for criminalization of estimated bill just to win election. After that, they sweep it in the under the carpet. So the long and short of what I'm saying this afternoon is that if Buhari and his cohort cannot stop the estimated bill and order the people to give Nigerians the prepaid meter, I will join all of them as the enemies of Nigerians in 2020. That's what I have to say this afternoon. I'm waiting for them. In the next 1 week, I want to hear that they have criminalized that act, and Nigerians are getting their meters.
All right, thank you very much, Peter Manzi. There'll be more time to talk about stuff when we focus on security right after the business news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Please keep listening.
More talk, news, and sports after this.